Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 17 of Two World Survival. Quick update on my goals. It's taken me a while to make progress. I mean, I think that's one of the challenges of living underground in a world bathed in radiation. But I think establishing a trade route is my next likely target, given that there is time sensitivity in delivering these jackets. We have a third of them done, and we're about to have a large cotton harvest, so definitely making more progress on that. Last episode, we added a hospital, a battery room, set up a bedroom for Cefalu. So now most of these bedrooms are decent or slightly impressive. Oh, there's art on this double bed. Green pond. Well, that's art, I guess. And our marble table went back down to somewhat impressive, rather from very. We're going to have to work towards that. We have a stockroom now. I guess a lot of stuff got done. It was a lot of like base management stuff, but stuff nonetheless. And we clothed them all up. We had a lot of people that were naked. So taking a look at the temperature in this farm, now that we're in September, I think I'm going to need to add another heater. I'm going to add one in the farm directly. So that way we make sure that the farm stays a better temperature than ambient. There we go. Got that on. And that should warm it up. I just don't want my growth rate to decrease because it's not heated enough. That would be a waste. So we have 4 out of 9 jackets. About to go 5 out of 9 jackets. That's going pretty quick. Cefalu does not have any radiation at the moment. And that means that I want to unrestrict him. I'm going to spend some of this on working this wall here. So I'm going to have him construct what has been placed down. Who else does not have any radiation? We have everyone else is on initial. And I do believe we have a lot of granite left. So I'm going to try to keep them under 20. Keep it initial rather than minor, because minor comes with, oh, wrong way. Hull. And instead, what I'm going to do is set him on limited radiation. And that will allow him to construct this properly. Yep, there we go. A few episodes ago, I talked about how pathing works, so that was the difference. And let's check his health closely. As soon as he creeps up to that 20 mark, I'm going to have him ditch inside. Yep, time to ditch. Back to no radiation. Tony, could you finish it up? I don't know. Aggro, I really want to hit 0 because he's going to set up the trade route once he's done with these jackets. So far, he's only made nice jackets, which is very fortunate. Alright, so Cefalu. You are now going to be mostly cleaning, I suspect. Hauling and cleaning. Oh, no, harvesting. Nice, we're back to tea. We're getting a nice surplus of beer and tea, aren't we? Checking the timer on this trade. 12 days, just about. Just shy of 12 days. Grand sculpture is done. Cool. So I'm going to install it like this. We're going to install it from behind. Actually, no, we won't even break that one out. We can break this through the wall. Oh, you know what? There is no path to go there. Uh-oh. I'm browning out, aren't I? I am indeed, I'm pretty sure, browning out. It's 18 o'clock. Flick off my research bench. Minimum wind will do that to me, won't it? What else can I flick? I can flick off the hopper, because we can just use the backup meals for now. What else is there? These lights just don't draw enough wattage to really warrant turning off most of the time. But I will turn off the one in the stockroom because we don't spend time there. And the one in the hallway. Alright, that saves. And hospital, because we're not using it. That's about 100, almost 100 watts. That's not terrible. And we're using the tea house. Flick off the kitchen. We still haven't butchered these things, but we don't really have the materials for it. Alright, and we can install this sculpture. Let's, Stormy, you'll do it. Done. I think what I'll do is smooth the surface here. Okay, we finally got an inspiration, and it's utterly useless to me. Great. Alright, so the beauty here, it's a lot more beautiful because that sculpture is kind of nice. So I'm going to put the other skull... Oh, no, this needs to stay there, because this is blocking some radiation zones. We're not going to use this tile here. This right here is going to be off limits. So actually, this statue serves a double purpose. It actually makes this workroom more beautiful, too, because it affects both patios. So that's kind of nice, I think. Double trouble. Alright, once the batteries fill back up a little bit, I'll feel good about turning on the sun lamp. I'm not yet ready, but I will be soon, I think. Alright, turning on the bench and the lamp. It's 2 in the morning, so it's not like the lamps... Oh, actually, I never turned off the lamp. Because it was nighttime, and the lamp was off anyway. Okay, we've got 5 jackets. If any of the jackets are not normal or better quality, Tony can wear them. Like if aggro cranks out a poor jacket, that's not that much of an issue. Janes, you are now unirradiated. So it's time to work on external walls, double walling. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Stormy, you're on initial, but barely. Jane's back to no radiation. Alright, the double walls are now more or less complete everywhere that we need it to be. Most of the chunks have been hauled. I suppose it wouldn't be terrible to mine up some steel here. I'm going to temporarily illuminate it with one of my batteries. Speed it up a bit. Janes, how ready did you get doing that run? A little bit, but not terribly. I'm I'm going to have you be on limited radiation and finish off this wall here. And then it's an important project to do. Oh, this needs to be... No, this is unlimited. Alright, now from limited back to no radiation. Okay, so it will be a lot more challenging to get to my power grid now that we have complete walls. If you take a look, we got walls here, here, and here, preventing access. Next up, we can start mining out this compacted machinery here. That wouldn't be a terrible, terrible thing. But what we're waiting on, chiefly, is for aggro to finish off all these jackets. We have, what, 7? Or 6, almost? And then we'll be able to complete the trade and satisfy all of that glorious trade requirements. If I'm coming... No, I have plenty of time. One of the reasons why I have the hand tailor, A, it's a hand tailor, so it takes longer to use, and B, it's outside, which takes longer to use. So because it's a bad temperature and outdoors, each individual jacket that I make takes me longer, but that also offers me more opportunities to level up. It's very strange like that. But if you hamstring your pawn's abilities to... oh, that's limited radiation. No radiation. If you hamstring your pawn's abilities to do a task, and they spend longer at doing it, like because they're hypothermic, or they're sick, or they're outdoors, or they're in bad temperature, the net result is that you level up more, which is very odd, but I kind of like it. So because we have not much better to do at the moment, I am just mining out the remnants of the steel node that I struck. And let me just actually finish it so we can put the battery back. I don't have a backup battery, which is probably... I don't know if it's a bad idea. Bad is a strong word, but it would be nice to have a... Like, if we have a power overload, to have backups. But I don't, at the moment, really have a capacity for it. Next up, we will go back to small sculptures, as they are... Just do forever. As they are particularly good at... for trade and whatnot. Everyone likes to buy sculptures. They're kind of international currency. Steel and art. Or silver, rather, and art. I don't know why I said steel. Yeah, this base is definitely expanded. It's growing on me, man. It really is. It looks nice. While we are waiting, I can continue the network of tunnels that I had going on. So just making sure they're painted correctly. Yep. I don't mind a psychic soothe. Keeping an eye on my power consumption, so they'll be mining in the dark, but, you know, I can't really help that. Not everything can be easily eliminated. This is jacket number 7. Please be normal or better quality. Good, yes. And pretty soon we can swap over our cotton back to rice or some edibles. Whoa. Okay, no, alright. He was wandering and went up right against the edge of the no radiation zone, but didn't actually hit it. It's going to bother me to see that broken, so what I'm going to do is just unrestrict for a moment. Have him step outside of the radiation zone. And fix that back up. That was from like missed shots when we were trying to hunt the boomalopes. No boomalopes right now. We're in the dead of winter. Speaking of which, we should do a temperature audit. Bedrooms are nice. Hospital's nice. The stockroom is a little colder. The battery room is definitely colder. That's good. Batteries at lower temperatures. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it used to be that batteries at low temperatures did not short circuit. But whether it's a thing or not, this room does not need to be heated, and I don't really care about the temperature in there. Okay, definitely no steel there. I think Jane's or aggro. No, really, it should be Jane's that sets up the outpost. Oh, we're almost done with geothermal, which is exciting. There's geothermal. Boom. Let's see. Devil Strand we'll get, because we have some soil that we could grow Devil Strand in. Just a reminder, it does not grow hydroponically. You cannot grow it in hydroponic basins, but you can grow it on the soil that we have. So it also could grow here too, minimally. There is very, very few spaces. If I really wanted to make a lot of Devil Strand... Oh, yep, it paid off. I would... Okay, cool. I would grow it maybe here. Whoa, I zoomed in. Let's see. So one sunlight can cover... I don't know. That's a nice amount. This is a even nicer amount. That's pretty decent there. Because it needs overhead mountain, of course. I can't build a roof to protect it. And it needs soil. And I don't, you know, there... Oh, shite. Yeah, that's my bad. I was not paying attention. And we used all of our backup food. And I started starving everyone. I have Safalu cranking out some more backup meals. I think 20 is probably good. And then what I'm going to do is, once people come to eat, just to save 200 watts, I'll crank out a bunch of spare meals and just leave them unforbidden. I just need someone to eat first. Oh. Chains is my target. And I'm definitely going to need to start growing rice again. As you can see, I'm running low on rice. Poor James is having like a mental breakdown here, and I just keep making him crank more meals out. Whoops. Alright, now I can flick this off. And I have a whole lot of meals. Now I actually know how many meals I have. So I guess we'll have 30 forbidden meals. I'm okay with this. And instead of getting it from the NPM machine, we can just grab it from the kitchen. And if I really wanted it to be productive, which maybe I will, I'm going to move this zone a little bit. Like that. Shrink it there. And make a stockpile for... Oops, not a deconstruct. A stockpile for NPM meals here. I think that's nutrient paste meals. So NP meals. Critically important that nutrient paste goes right there. And that way it will be faster to grab it when we need to. Is that unsmooth? Yeah, that is unsmooth right there. Is there anywhere else that in my doorways that are unsmooth? No. That's the only one. Okay, cool. There we go. So now it will be minimum amount of movement to grab a meal. Of course, if the door was here, that would be probably even better. And maybe when we're rolling in advanced components, I can add a door in there. But at the moment, I cannot. Speaking of doors, it would not be a bad idea to add in a marble one here. Granted, this doesn't have any overhead mountain, but if we really needed to travel between these two spaces, it is useful to have the ability to do it. Not that these are actually room designated, they're not. But if I wanted to go from north to south because I'm being chased by raiders, it's nice to be able to do that without, you know, the death and dying and running, etc. Okay. Jackets. We need one more. And I think we're just waiting on the cotton harvest. So what I'm going to do is I'll let that grow out. But all of this cotton that is, it will be an early harvest, but more or less ready to harvest, I will harvest now. So we're not going to get full yield, but we don't need full yield for a jacket. Alright, and there we go. Agro's making a jacket, and then once we're done with this jacket and the trade, we can start working on toques and stuff. And more parkas, for that matter, because Tony is parkaless and gets cold. Looks like steel is not going to be an issue. In fact, you know what? I don't want to mine any more of it, because all it's doing is adding to my colony's wealth at this point. And I don't need to be more wealthy. It's good to know that steel is there when we need it. I don't need to tap into it right now and drive my wealth up for no reason. So when trading, we'll set up a trade route. When we're trading, James will set up the route. He is almost out of his radiation. The plan is to maybe set it up like right here or here so that it's a minimum amount of potting. Add a launcher there, add fuel there, and then we'll be able to go back and forth. Also, kind of interested in what the threat is there. I'll probably have to send 2 people there, but I have a little bit more time with that item stash. Because that is a lot of Glitter World medicine, which would be good in surgery and all that stuff that I need to do to keep people nice and healthy. Okay, James is poking around for some more resources. And not finding it. As long as he's not going outside, because I want his rad buildup to go away. And he struck more steel. Ooh, survival meals. Sirfalu. No, Tony, James, Stormy. Yes, it will be Stormy. We'll go do this. All right, Ms. Stormy, or Mr. Stormy. Grabbing. Wow, there is a lot of chunks down here, huh? Cool. And removed. He was unrestricted from radiation. Hadn't ever gone outside, so we found even more steel, which is great. The wider mining tunnels allow for me to find steel. Narrower mining tunnels will allow for rare resources like jade, gold, silver, that kind of stuff. We're also, this is overhead mountain, or not overhead mountain anymore, so I got to be careful where I mine. I don't want to have another scenario where I mine out like an empty mountain tile. Okay, enough of me rambling. We are just about done with this jacket. Yeah, this is a big steel node, which means that we're going to need to send resources for a trading outpost. So we don't have any components. Really? We have 0? Where did I use all my components? Riddle me that. How did I, what happened to them? Oh, a raid, finally. Gee, what the hell? Come on now. Is that a raid? Is that fair? That wasn't fair. Safalu. I guess you have a bow. Oh, wait, you're a pacifist. Tony Stormy. Up and at them. Janes. Same deal. This is... Alright. Checking the messages. They are preparing a while. Okay. I'm gonna let them prepare a while. Because... if they're irradiated, they're already in pain. So... and they also will travel further from my, my base. Okay, I'm going to try to mine out... do it here. Mine out a spot that I can shoot them at. DARPO. Almost DARPA. Okay, let's not mine there anymore. I could also shoot them from here. Right there. Alright, Safalu, build this now. Aggro, keep mining. Nope, keep mining. Darpo fell over. Oh, frail, Alzheimer's. Yeah, okay. What's funny is I'm, like, standing basically at him. What is Jane's doing? Okay, they're beginning an assault. Stormy. Aggro. Tony. I'm not going to use that left door, but I will use this one. Oh, great. Thanks. Going the irradiated long way. Okay, let's have you fall back then. So there was 10 of them, or 9 of them. So I needed down 5. Inspired surgery again? Why? Why would I need inspired surgery? Oh, maybe the game's preparing for the fact that I'm about to get pooped on. Gray pooped on. Let's follow the pacifist. Obviously gets to sleep through this. Maybe the dude with the flak vest shouldn't be primary target. Oh, my poor power grid. Alright, someone got hit. Tony got hit. And Stormy got hit. I do have a... some mini turrets, and I am not going to be shy about using them. Nice. Aggro and James is doing a pretty good job down here, though. They are slicing and dicing. Oh, they're setting stuff on fire. That's cool. Oof. Stormy. Yikes. Just got gutted. Stormy, you are going to... tend to yourself. Why aren't we shooting back here? Oh, my poor turret. Get blown up. Alright, so they destroyed a little bit of my power grid, but they're fleeing now. Oh, yikes. Alright, survived. Witness me. Marble doors going back. As far as power grid goes, Tony, let's go put some fires out. You guys are all set. Mr. Darpo, your gear's not even worth salvaging. We did get some components back from that destruction, so that bit's cool. They did destroy one of my turrets. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it could have gone much, much worse. Aggro, you are going to unrestrict, and I'm going to have you... Actually, no, because Jane's is the one that we need to clear radiation. So, Aggro, you are going to load up... Load up their stuff. The fire is spreading, but Tony will get it. Alright, Tony, go heal. Stormy, you're all patched up. My beautiful tea house is all sorts of screwed up. Alright, Miss Stormy, you're going to flick and treat. Aggro, you aren't sleeping in your bed. Because I had you on caravan. So Tony's all patched up and resting, and because I had the double power path, we hadn't lost any power. So we have a little bit of destruction to deal with. And we ought to try to replace the solar power generator, or maybe even pull the plug on solar power and go with chem fuel. That's kind of how I'm leaning. But I'm out of time, guys, so that's it. I'm wrapping that episode. So next episode is probably going to be the trade run, unless something else goes wrong. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. If you would like to contribute to this series, either by submitting your own suggestions for weekly goals, or possibly becoming a pawn in it, all you got to do is be a patron. So of my patrons, if any of you want to become Cefalu, let me know. Not that being a pacifist 900-year-old is all that interesting. But hey, once I open the Ancient Danger, that's another way for me to introduce patrons. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.